There is this rule in photography called the rule of odds, composing with 3 or 5 subjects instead of 2 or 4. But this video ain't that. This video is about probability. It's about the illusion we fall for when we look at amazing photography, and why understanding the actual odds of capturing a great photo will completely change how you view your own work. Hi, hello everybody, welcome back to a new video, hope you're all well. Today we're talking about the illusion of the perfect photo. We're going to break down why every time you hold your camera, you're basically just buying a lottery ticket. And why learning to love that unpredictable process means the best photo you'll ever take might be just one photo walk away. At some point, all of us gets a little bit unmotivated. It happens. I've actually been in a quite deep rut lately, barely touching my camera. And it's easy to see why. It could be the weather, your location, lack of time, or maybe you're just not happy with your photography lately. It gets especially hard when we look at the work of other artists. Personally, I've kind of moved past looking for inspiration on Instagram and platforms like that. Instead, I've started to invest a lot more into real photo books from photographers I love. When I sit down and look through my photo books, I'm still in awe. I look at the masters and think, how do these photographers always get such amazing photos? How do they always find those incredibly interesting things happening out on the street? But when we're looking in a photo book, we're looking at a highlight reel. And it's easy to trick ourselves into believing that those photographers went out that day specifically to capture that photo, like they knew it was going to happen. And because we believe that, we start setting impossible standards for ourselves. We look outside, see a boring overcast sky and think, well, the light isn't doing anything crazy today, so there's no point of going out. Or we tell ourselves, I'll just wait to take my camera out until I go on that trip next month. Or I'll wait until I have time for golden hour this weekend. So the camera ends up sitting on a shelf. We end up paralyzing ourselves because we're comparing our normal everyday reality to someone else's greatest hits from a 30-year career. The gap between the masterpiece we want to shoot and a boring street right outside our window feels too big. So we just stay inside and do nothing. To break out of that rut, we have to completely shatter that illusion. And here's the truth. Most of the work your favorite photographers shot was probably garbage. They didn't have a crystal ball. They didn't wake up, look at the boring sky and say, today is the day I'm shooting a masterpiece. What they actually did was just go out with a camera over and over. They captured thousands of boring frames, missed moments and bad light until one day that special moment happened right in front of them. They were just out in the streets, up the mountain or out by the water. Right now I'm by the, I don't know if it's a industrial harbor or something in Lidköping. But the thing is, I have no clue what I will encounter today. Maybe the light does something crazy in 10 minutes. Maybe a storm rolls in, which I hope it doesn't. Maybe the most weird thing when I walk down this pier again to get on shore will happen. I don't know. But what I do know is if I would be home right now, sitting on the couch, my chances of capturing anything would be exactly 0. Now, let's be realistic here. You don't need to go on a massive hours-long photo walk every single day just to put the odds in your favor. We have jobs, we have lives, and for me personally, a proper photo walk where I can actually go somewhere and spend hours shooting, that really only happens on the weekends. But I do make sure to bring my camera with me to work every single day. Why? Because probability doesn't care if you're on a grand adventure or just commuting on a grey Tuesday. If you only bring your camera with you 5 times a year when you're out on vacation, or when the weather app promises an epic sunset, your sample size are tiny. Not only are your odds of capturing a great shot terribly low, but you put so much immense pressure on those 5 days and yourself to deliver a masterpiece that photography stops being fun. But if you have a camera in your bag on a random Tuesday and the light suddenly breaks through the clouds and hit the building just right, you're drastically increasing your odds of being in the right place at the right time. Every time you leave your house with your camera, even if it's just on your way to the office, you're basically just buying a lottery ticket. But here's the catch. If you only measure a good day is coming home with an absolute masterpiece, you're going to burn out fast. And that's where the biggest mindset shift happens. We have to redefine what a successful day of photography actually looks like. The goal isn't just the final image on your memory card. The goal is the process. Photography is about seeing the world a little bit different than everyone else, whatever that means to you. Having my camera with me here in Lidköping today isn't a chore. It's not a high-pressure assignment. It's a reason to slow down. It makes me notice how the wind is hitting the water, or the rust on the side of that boat, or the way the light reflects off a window. I wouldn't notice any of that if I was walking by on autopilot or staring at my phone. It forces me to be present with whatever I encounter. A successful day isn't just one where you capture a portfolio shot. A successful day is one where you simply went out, cleared your head, and observed the world for an hour. Like I said earlier, I have no clue if I'll capture anything today that I will ever print or publish, but I'm not worried about it at all. Because the paradox of photography is this. The moment you let go of the pressure to be perfect, the moment you stop forcing a photo and just focus on the joy of just being out here, that's usually where the magic happens anyway. So when you finally come home from your photo walk, you need to import your photos to your computer, your smartphone or your tablet. And that's where the sponsor of this video comes in, Freewell. I talk a lot on this channel about how technical friction should be kept to an absolute minimum. The creative process doesn't end when you click the shutter. Getting those files off your camera and into your editing software needs to be fast, reliable and painless. Initially, Freewell reached out about their Pro card reader. It's basically an ultimate, all-in-one tool for photographers because it reads CF Express Type A and B, SD and TF cards, all in one compact profile. It even doubles down as a rugged storage case. But here's the thing, I don't actually shoot CF Express, so I kept things streamlined for my own workflow. I settled for their Duo card reader instead. It packs all the exact same friction reducing functionalities of the Pro reader, but without the CF slots, making it a much more cost-effective solution if you just use standard SD and micro SD cards like I do. Because it uses USB 3.2, the data transfer is ultra fast. And the best part, you can plug the reader directly into your iPhone, your Android or your tablet and access all your raw files on the go. No extra apps or drivers required. It just works. So if you want to speed up your workflow and keep your memory cards organized, check out the Freewell Duo or the Pro card reader if you need CF Express using the link in the description below. And be sure to use my code at checkout for an extra 10% discount. Thanks to Freewell for sponsoring this video. So the next time you're sitting at home, waiting for the perfect conditions or waiting for motivation to strike, don't. Grab your camera and go for a walk. Even if you come back with an empty memory card, you still spent an hour getting off autopilot and seeing the world a little bit different. I'm curious though, what inspires you the most when you just grab your camera and head out the door with no real plan? Let me know down in the comments. Anyways, that's it for today guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and if you did, give it a like and consider subscribing. I appreciate it so much. But until next time, have a good day or evening whenever you're watching this. Out!